Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video, you golf life legends. Today I am down here at the beautiful Silvermere and today is the day I'm getting fitted for my new bats. I'm absolutely buzzing, can't wait. So today we are going to get the wood and the driver, and you guys really helped me picking the driver. You did your top three and that's what I'm going to do today. So we've got the Stealth, we've got the Ping, and we've got the new Cobra. I'm going to go in there, test them out along with the woods, and we're going to pick at the end of this video my woods and my driver. Let's go. Right, here we are in this unbelievable establishment. Look at this for a fitting, Gaff. It's unbelievable down here at Silvermere. I can't thank you boys and girls enough at Silvermere for doing this. I can't thank you enough. This is Jamie. This is the king fitter down here at Silvermere. How are you, J-Dog?
All good, all good.
Right, mate, basically, my car got smashed up, lost all my clubs, so this one survived. It is the Cobra F9, which I've got to be honest, I like. So today we're going to start with the driver and the woods.
Let's go.
So basically, what I've just done in the shop there, we asked the subscribers and stuff like that to vote for the club. So they went for the Stealth, the Ping, and the new Cobra.
No worries.
So, and then you can pick the woods.
Let's go.
So we're going to do driver and woods. What happens in the fitting? I'm completely new to this.
Well, fundamentally, we need to know what your club's doing. Right. So once we get an idea, a little baseline, this is what it's doing, we can work out what we need to improve. So, you know, it might be the case, hit a few with this, and we go, well, numbers are spot on. And it could just be the case of we go, you know, is it a case of let's have something new and shiny? Right. Or we might be able to get you a bit more performance, find a few more fairways, get a bit more yardage, and who knows?
I'll take that.
So,
right, crack on. Let's go. Way! I've got the King F9. It's a stiff shaft. I've tried both before. Yep. You might tell me differently, but I think I am a stiff shaft, but that is why I'm here.
Yep.
And we changed it to 9.5 degree. What are these white dots, by the way?
So they basically allow the machine to track your club head more accurately. So they're going to help it view angle of attack, path, face angles, and ultimately impact location.
I fell off it a bit, but...
Pretty straight.
Again, straight, but it's going very low, isn't it?
Very low.
Is that because I'm 9.5?
Not necessarily. So, I mean, the big thing is, loft on a club head, depending on how the head's actually designed, the centre of gravity is going to be in different places, and that's going to affect, really, how much loft you deliver. So, regardless of what's on the head, this is the key number we're going to keep an eye on. So, loft at impact. Now that's going to change, you know, depending on how you're delivering it, but say clip a couple more. The way that machine works is it's taking about 200 photos of your club and the ball as you come into impact. So it's just going to give us a lot of dynamics of what's happening with the club, what's happening with the ball, so we can sort of move into the right performance.
I mean, that was high, wasn't it?
That was high, but
13.4.
Then we got a little, so it was slightly higher, but more so the flight came from impact location. So, you know, there's a lot of talk in golf about ball speed and how important ball speed is. Now, that was probably actually the slowest ball speed that you've produced. It's actually gone the furthest because it's actually got some launch on it. So, wow. you know, a lot of height on ball speed, but if we can sometimes actually gain you more by getting you a better launch and spin combo.
Straight, but again, low.
Straight but low. So yeah, we've got to just try and find some launch, and we'll be on the money.
Searching for some launch. Searching for some loft. What would you like on the
18.
loft? 18.
18-ish is a good baseline.
Right, this is the Stealth. This is the new TaylorMade club, right?
Yep. Carbon face.
And what degrees is this?
We just chucked a little 10.5 in to start with.
10.5.
Shaft wise, very similar to what you got. So we saying, right, am I stiff, am I reg?
Yeah.
The big thing is with golf shafts, there's no industry standard for flex. So one stiff could actually be stronger than another reg. So weight is one of the keys. So it's a little bit lighter weight at the minute, but we have a little play around with weight.
Right, Stealth me up, Buttercup. Here we go. Oh no! Oh Christ! mean, that's gone some.
It's got some flight.
That's gone some, but
yeah.
it's not very straight, is it?
Not yet.
No, why is that going left? Is that just because I'm not playing very well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
partly. So,
I like the honesty.
The nice thing is with the driver, you hit slightly up into it, which
Yeah.
is generally positive. The path's pretty neutral. It's slightly out to him, but it's the close faces causing the bigger issue, and then a little bit with the impact location there.
Big Ange will vouch for you. I'm normally good with the driver, aren't I, Ange?
Normally the F9, yeah.
Yeah. It does look nice, this Stealth, though.
You know, it's quite distinctive with the nice little red face.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
That's better.
There we go.
So longest carry of the day.
How far has that gone?
228 on the fly. Like any launch monitor, rollout on here will be based on sort of dead flat average rolling fairway.
Yeah.
I've seen many dead flat fairways in my life, but it's a number that you can base things upon, especially say looking relative to what yours is doing. There's a little bit more launch. Ball speed's really, really good. So that efficiency number 145. So a lot of people know about the TrackMan smash factor. Those machines measure the head speed slightly differently. So although ball speed's going to be very, very similar, on here 145 is about as good as it should get, really.
This is the ping. Everyone's like, this is the one you need, this is the one you need, because I know my standard golf.
I mean, in my opinion, with Ping, so Ping as a brand, they've never been the ones, I would say, chasing distance. They've always been very consistent, very opt-in for the forgiving side of things. Whereas other brands have been probably more, let's get it going out there. But the problem is, if you're designing a drive, it's really you go, right, do we make it go long or do we make it go straight? So it's that happy medium. But, since faces have been restricted now, it's come down to all the companies have to go more down a forgiveness scale because they can't make the face any quicker. So it's like, right, what do we do? And that's where Ping wins.
Oh, you little...
A very distinctive sound as well. So, nice way with that. It was a little bit low, but it was straight and it still had something on. So one of the big things is, especially fitting a driver, we want it to go as far as possible, but we're looking a lot of time, how good's a bad one?
I want it to go straight. I don't
want to go straight.
I'm not a big hitter. I know I'm not a big hitter, but I want it to go straight.
Yeah.
Why does it sound different?
I mean, a lot of the time it's just the materials they use, and the brands do deliberately make clubs sound how they feel they should.
Even that, it's not great, but it's straight.
It's straighter. Does that feel quite comfortable?
Yes, it does. Is this a stiff shaft?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just got a couple more grams of weight in it than the first one we had in the Stealth.
Oh Christ! What a bike! Straight down the Bette Midler. The Ping is much more suited to me than the Stealth, isn't it?
It's looking very, very
Is the
good.
Stealth a harder driver for someone of my standard?
Not necessarily.
No?
Not necessarily. I would say, a lot of the time, a lot of these clubs, if we actually put them on a robot, you probably get pretty similar numbers on anything.
Right.
But it's what suits. So as much as some people come and go, oh yeah, no, that driver's rubbish, my mate's got one. It's like, well, it might not be good for your mate, but it could be good for you. So it's very much, there's no bad clubs on the market.
No, I'm not saying anyone's bad, but why have I hit 4 with this or 3 with this, and they've all gone down the middle?
It's always high moment of inertia. So moment of inertia is basically the ability for the club not to twist. So it's a lot more stable.
Oh, look at, this is a joke.
Like a new golfer.
And they were right, the Golf Life legend. Well, I haven't decided yet, but the Ping.
Ping 425.
This is the new Cobra.
New Cobra.
The LTD.
Oh, look at that. As looks go, Uncle Nick, for me that is the absolute Billy Bollo. So there's quite a few of these clubs, Jamie. Is this the one that is best suited to me?
This is the sort of the middle one. You've got fundamentally the Max, which gives us the option of going a little bit draw bias.
Yeah.
And then you've got the LS, which is the low spin. I mean, for me, a lot of the low spin drivers, they will be a little bit less forgiving because the centre of gravity is a bit further forward, so they've got lower amount of inertia. And a lot of people go, oh, I've seen I've got a really high spin rate. And it's like, well, firstly, where did you get that checked? Because sometimes you get guys that come in and go, well, it's this launch monitor with this golf ball, and you're just going to get poor data, especially if you're not using good golf balls.
Yeah.
But then a lot of time, why are they producing at high spin rate? Spin is going to be, one key element to spin is the amount of loft you're delivering with your angle of attack, and that gap between the two. So if that gap is really, really big, you're going to produce loads of spin. So it could be simply someone comes in going, right, yeah, I need a low spin drive because I spin it too much. Well, if it's more of a swing fault, a low spin drive is not going to save you. It's just going to make your life more difficult.
Oh, that sounds lovely as well. How's that one for a...
Just a little bit on the low side.
A little bit on the low
So
side.
we can tweak that. And that's the thing with drivers as well, is as much as you get a lot of people, they might go, oh, I'm a 10.5 degree driver.
Yeah.
It is going to be relative to the head and the way the club's designed, and then how you're getting it back to the ball.
Launch angle 10.4.
It's getting up.
That's better, isn't
It's
it?
getting up. Yeah, I mean, ball speed's maintaining really nicely, sitting around 140, so that's good.
I like this. And what's this? Is a 10.5?
10.5.
So maybe I was never a 9.5 because I'm hitting the 10.5
Yeah, I mean-
much better.
Well, there you go. I said earlier, I like to see about 18. So you popped a little 17.6 there. You found the middle of the face, and we sort of got everything we can out of it, really.
Because I've been with Cobra and using them for the last 2-3 years, would I be hitting this better because I know?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, we get a lot of people that they come in here and they go, oh, I've used this brand for 10 years. And it's like, okay, cool. And they're like, but I want to change. And sometimes it's literally, they're so accustomed to the way that, different brands have their own unique balance and feel, that then they can't actually hit anything else. And it's like, well, add the new version of that and away you go. But yeah, so there is going to always be an element of comfort, and there's consistency across these brands over years. And there's certain brands that I could say that have never worked well for me, and other ones that always have done. And
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with the clubs. It's just what suits.
I mean, look.
The interesting thing with that, let's go back to your driver right at the start. If we just put this back up on here. If you look at the impact location, it's all somewhere around the centre line. We chucked one high, a little bit in the toe, and it was just really moving round.
Yeah.
Where we've gone straight into that. Okay, you've had a few more swings now, but look at the consistency of that strike.
See, I like this better than the F9 now.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
I've made a couple of little tweaks to that ping, and see if we can get a little bit more out of it. Make it
So
feel any more
when you
comfortable.
say a couple of tweaks, what have you done?
Just giving it a little bit more loft.
Yeah.
And so the tendency today has been, turn it over a little bit more. Now, I've adjusted that to see if we can help possibly with that. I mean, a lot of these clubs have moving weights in them. I generally, as much as they historically keep it really simple, they said sort of draw and fade on some clubs, and they put it on the toe and the heel. A bit more weight in the heel encourages the toe to quicken up. If you've got a bit of a slice, that could help you square it up and hit it straighter. Also, because the strike and the miss has generally been a bit more toey today, I put that weight in the toe, try and keep mass behind impact to get your ball speed up.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? I'm actually really, really enjoying this because I'm getting to learn more about the ins and outs of launchy, spinny, all that. Brilliant. Oh, you absolute Neil Diamond. Look at
That's
that.
up there at 229 carry. Nice flight as well, isn't it?
That's
Look at
right,
them.
just because you've made a little couple of tweaks.
Little tweaks.
That's why you're the man
Magic,
down here at
isn't it?
Silvermere, isn't it? A couple of tweaks. Oh, Christ.
I'm liking that.
I'm liking that.
I'm liking that.
What have you done for me to
So-
make that better?
Weight in the toe.
Yeah.
Now, you can see on here, pinging right, draw, fade. As I said, I'm looking more at impact location. So your miss is a little bit more on the toe. If we put more weight behind the impact point,
Yeah.
we're going to keep the mass there, keeps the ball speed up, keeps it flying nicely, and can also potentially help us not quite roll the face over quite so much,
Yeah.
which is cool. And I say it's just sitting in. It's actually up at 11.5 degrees now. A lot of people think, oh, loft's a bad thing. Loft is your friend.
So this is 11.5
Yeah.
degrees. So then I've come in here giving it Billy Big Potatoes 9.5.
Yeah.
I've had it all wrong all along.
9.5, and you were delivering like 11 degrees to start with as well, weren't you?
Yeah.
With that. Whereas we're actually up at 11.5, and I said I like that number.
18, you said.
We
yeah.
keep finding this. But then we get that straight high flight. I mean, you can see there, axis tilt at that golf ball, actually technically a little slight right to lefter, little draw.
This is
So we're
wicked.
good.
Right, so you've done exactly the same to the coast?
Yeah, we haven't got quite the amount of sort of movement on that, but I've given it a little nudge.
Oh, that's a laser beam, wasn't it? I guess that's all right, that, isn't it? Oh,
That's good. But we've lost that flight a little bit.
Let me have a think. Let's move on to the woods now, and at the end of the vid, we'll say what driver we're going for and what woods.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So let's start with a little ping, and we're going to dive in with actually a 5 wood.
5 wood,
so
yeah?
You had the sort of 3 wood, which would have been old code probably 14 and a half,
Yeah.
but just make life a little bit easier.
There's obviously how much further does a 3 wood go than a 5 wood?
It's all relative, right? So again, going back to that whole launch thing, because we had great ball speed on some of your drives there, because there wasn't any launch, the ball didn't get any air. So with a lot of golfers, they probably would actually hit a 5 wood longer than a 3 wood.
Oh, serious?
Because it's easier to launch and they get it on a better flight.
Oh my goodness gracious me. 187
Flight.
with a 5 wood. So
Flip a
have
couple
you given me a 5 wood on how you've seen me hit the ball?
Yeah. Just to get, you know.
Clever, innit? Oh.
That's more like it.
Oh my god. I've never ever thought or crossed my mind of having a 5 wood. Look at the way it's coming in as well.
A little soft draw.
Oh, this is like,
Striking it well, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, this is like, this is just a joke. It's 200 yards, isn't it, consistently?
Yeah, through the air.
So that's the G425 ping.
Yeah.
And what else you got for me? It's going to have to take some beating to beat that.
Little Rogue ST Max from Callaway.
Yeah.
Going to blast a little 3 wood in this, because they generally launch pretty well anyway. You launch the 5 wood really nicely at that 11, 12 degrees. It's pretty cool 5 wood off the deck because you're having to go down to get the ball. Well, you haven't hit that badly. You've hit it very centre because you've got loads of ball speed out of it. But
The launch angle.
again, so that's where 5 wood is. 5 wood is very much our friend.
Sounded nice, but it's not straight. The ping 5 wood was going straight every single time, wasn't
And
it? And I can't afford shots like that.
You've hit that really good. That was by far the best strike. The ball speed's great, but it might have been a couple of yards longer than the longest one you had with a ping. But
It's also in the
suddenly
trees.
straight right.
Could be a drop ball.
Yeah. As I say, jump back on that.
What's this, Al?
This is back on the ping.
So when you're doing these fittings, Jay,
Yep.
if like straight away
Something.
someone hits a great shot, you just go, there you go, that's yours. You don't go through, what about this, what about that, what about this?
The simple thing is, I think, you know, and the nice thing is the guys we've got especially here, and there's a lot of very good guys in the industry. People got a lot of experience, so it's almost that one. You get a sense of what works within probably the first few swings a lot of the time. And the thing is, you get some people, you know, we get plenty of guys, oh, can I try this, can I try this? And it's like, well, you can, because at the end of the day, you've come down to see us, we're not going to stop you, but it's probably absolutely no point. And it's, a lot of it with fitting is, you know, for us guys, we got to manage it, because if you suddenly hit 200 golf balls in here, you're going to be on the floor.
Yeah.
You're not going to know what's good, what's not.
True.
So it's almost like, you know, we've got to utilise as many swings as you got. So sometimes, you know, people coming in, they go, oh, I never go to the range, never hit golf balls, I play once every couple of months. It's like, okay, we got to be proper on it.
Yeah.
Because there's not going to be enough swings for that person to sustain staying in there for, you know, a couple of hours sometimes. So
Let's have a little reveal of what is in my bag, the woods and driver. Right, Jamie, thank you so much for having me down here at Silvermere and going through that. I found it intriguing.
Perfect.
So no, I really appreciate it, and I hope you legends back at home did as well. Right, it's crunch time. So we've already decided that we're going to change from a 3 wood to a 5 wood, and that was because, what did you think?
just getting it launching a little bit better, a little bit more consistent, and ultimately the distance, you know, especially on the not so good one, was miles longer because it had some launch.
Yeah.
And best versus best. I mean, you did nail one of the Callaway 3 woods, which went a whole 2 yards longer, but it was off the planet over there somewhere. So,
it doesn't- yeah.
who cares?
So it's all about more consistency with my golf game. And these are the drivers. So we did have the F9, which I still absolutely love. I didn't hit it particularly well today in front of you, but that's probably because I had it at 9.5, right?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just no loft, no launch.
No. So that's unfortunately gone. I'm still going to keep it though because I love F9. And then we had here, didn't we, the Stealth, which I didn't really get on well with, did I?
No, just didn't work for you.
Why do you think that? Or just
There's no real reason.
No?
You know, a lot of the time it's, you know, certain clubs work for certain people. You know, next guy that comes in
yeah,
might absolutely
we'll
rip
go
it.
for a
Who
Stealth.
knows?
Exactly. So Stealth has gone, and then these by far my two favourites, the Cobra LTD. I was stripe showing that, wasn't I?
Very good.
And for me, it's the best looking driver, and I did love it. But you're the gaffer here.
Consistency.
Consistency.
Ping.
And bizarrely, this is the one you all said in the comments down below. Try the Ping G425. Come down here with the top dog Jamie, and you think this is the driver
awesome.
for me.
Yeah, consistent, long, straight, winner.
Well, so there we go. I've now got the Ping G425 and the 5-wood Ping G425.
Indeed.
There it is.
And there it is. Thank you, Big Ange. Straight in the bag. Love it. Please like, subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, because it'd be interesting to know. A bit more educational than usual.
That's it.
And a bit less pricking about, and all good fun. Big thanks to Silvermere, and big thanks to Jamie. Top man. Love it. Golf life.